He was quite the spectacle. The surgeon's son turned slave turned shardbearer. Hearthstone wouldn't see this much excitement for another 100 years. At least not if Kaladin had any say about it. He nodded to his father, who had stepped out of the parlor room, then turned to the crowd.
Does anyone here have infused spheres? I will trade you 2 chips for 1. Bring them forth.
Syl buzzed around him as a collection was made, and Kaladin's mother made the trades for him. What he ended up with was only a pouch's worth, but it seemed vast riches. At the very least, he wasn't going to need those horses any longer. He tied the pouch closed, then looked over his shoulder as his father stepped up. Lirin took a small, glowing diamond chip from his pocket, then handed it toward Kaladin. Kaladin accepted it, then glanced at his mother and the little boy in her arms.
My brother.
I want to take you to safety. I need to leave now, but I'll be back soon. To take you to...
No.
Father, it's the Desolation. I know of a place that is safe. For you, Mother, for little Oridon. Please don't be stubborn. For once in your life.
You can take them if they'll go, but I'm staying here. Particularly if what you just said is true. These people will need me.
We'll see. I'll return as soon as I can.
Kaladin set his jaw, then walked to the front door of the manor. He paused, looked back at the room full of dirtied townspeople, homeless and frightened. They'd overheard him, but they'd known already. He'd heard them whispering. Voidbringers. The Desolation.
I can't leave them like this.
You heard correctly. The Voidbringers have returned.
Kaladin sucked in some of the stormlight from his pouch. Pure, luminescent smoke began to rise from his skin, distinctly visible in the dim room. He lashed himself upward so he rose into the air, then added a lashing downward, leaving him to hover about 2 feet above the floor, glowing. Syl formed from mist as a shard spear in his hand.
High Prince Dalinar Kholin has refounded the Knight's Radiant, and this time, we will not fail you.
The expressions in the room ranged from adoring to terrified. Kaladin found his father's face. Lirin's jaw had dropped. Hesina clutched her infant child in her arms, and her expression was one of pure delight, an awe-spren bursting around her head in a blue ring.
You I will protect, little one. I will protect them all.
He nodded to his parents, then turned and lashed himself outward, streaking away into the rain-soaked night.
I'll stop at Strinkin. That's about half a day's walk, or a short flight to the south. I'll see if I can trade spheres there. Then, I'll hunt Voidbringers.